What's up, Julios?
Mama and her baby.
How you doing?
Big day at the surf today. I haven't been in.
This is
a
David
month.
Manley.
David, how are you?
This is my friend Kat, my
pleasure.
best friend
My
Kat.
pleasure.
How
My
are you?
pleasure.
Good, good.
Good.
Well, we gonna do it, girlfriend?
Yeah, and then this is my friend Jason. This is my friend Kat, my best friend Kat.
Hi, Jason.
Best surfer I know.
Are you a Trader Joe's guy?
I am.
Oh, you guys have sweatshirts and the whole
Yeah,
thing.
classy.
All right, all right. You guys aren't cold, are you? And
No.
you wore your sunscreen and you're.
Nice.
Jason's got his sunscreen right there. He just pulls it
Ah.
over.
Oh.
We'll see you guys down there.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Angel Holmes.
Angel Holmes.
And I'm Kat Trina.
Do you guys believe in purpose?
Yes.
Yes, I believe in purpose. I think that my purpose is to try to make myself better, like every day, you know, like to learn from things and to appreciate things, you know. I think that it's important, and I find like a lot of gratification in that, you know, learning every day, finding out what's good, what's bad, what you're doing that's not working, and just trying to, maybe if you can, like help people along the way, make people feel better if you can, if you have a little bit of extra strength to give to other people.
I guess that's where, with maturity, I'm not into, let's say, selfishness. That, not that you're selfish, but when you're young, a lot of times you're thinking of yourself. What can you do? What can I get? And at this point, my purpose is to make others feel special. Any person that I come in contact with, I try to find out about you and what you like to do. I like to give it out, not receive it back. Definitely.
Obviously, yeah.
Like
Yes.
wherever you guys are, like whatever you guys are going through in your lives at that time, and your roads change, like your purpose can kind of change with it.
Yes, yes, and that's in transition.
That's probably the
what's going
beauty
on.
of it. The beauty of it.
Right now, I feel a lot of times you're so firm in what direction you're going, and an incident can happen in your life and just throw that completely off. That where am I? Why wasn't I looking at this? Why wasn't I seeing this? Why was I missing an occasion? So the purpose, the road does change, and usually it's always for a better.
What are some challenges, difficulties, or hardships you've had to rise above in the past, or you're still overcoming right now?
Some of the, you know, people are sick in my life. A lot of people are sick in my life, health-wise, you know, and that's a challenge. Like every day, like Kat was saying, you know, you try not to be selfish, you know, thinking about yourself all the time. But I tend to do that. You know, my dad's sick with Parkinson's. And sometimes I try to focus on him, you know, but then I think about myself, what's going to happen to me? You know, my dad, he doesn't even, sometimes he looks at me and he doesn't know who I am, you know, and that's hard, you know. So I just try to do that and then think about him, think about my kids in that situation. But that's like a super hardship that I'm still getting over. You know, it's going to be years, you know, and it's only going to get worse, so.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough road.
It's a tough road.
Relationships, I think, are difficult. I'm a registered nurse, so I've dealt with health, death, life issues. I'm very good at dealing with people who are in crisis. So I look at it as from a completely different view. I don't think I take personal illness as sensitively as someone else who's not in the medical field, just because that's my profession, that's my purpose. But relationships, now that's the challenge. Okay? Relationships, always changing.
Always. Huh.
So true.
Who? What person inspires you ladies the most?
You know what inspires me is this mama right here.
Oh, bless your
Yeah, I
heart.
met her in the water like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Surfing,
Yeah, yeah.
surfing, and she's like one of the best surfers I know. Definitely the
Thank
best
you.
girl surfer I know.
Thank you.
Freaking charges it, you know. Totally a positive lady.
True.
Always like looking on the bright side, really, and I need to do that more. I try, you know what I mean, but like looking ahead to try to inspire to be like someone, you know what I mean? But it's funny, her and I, like, we learn from each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All the time, every conversation. It's something,
That's true.
yeah. But no, I look up to this lady. Totally. Totally. Ah, my lady. So true.
My baby.
What difficulties do others come to you two with? You know, for help with
Relationships.
relationships difficulties?
With husbands, with children. Sometimes they're so involved in the situation they can't see other choices, other ways. I think I'm a good listener, and so that helps. I mean, actually, when you think about it, we are such a social community. So who we interact with, people come in your life for 5 minutes when you open a door. They are in your life for an hour. They're there for a day, a month, a year. They're there for some reason, and you go with that.
You know, I think a lot of times, I think I'm a super positive person. I think I'm like a fun person, and I think a lot of times people come to me for that, you know, to like
Rub it
to
off.
like,
Give
yeah,
me
totally,
some of
totally,
that
which I
fun
like doing,
and
you know what I mean?
happiness.
But I've, you know, not to sound like, you know, like I'm like the super person, but I think a lot of times people come to me if they're not feeling real good or something.
Either
or
one
just
of us,
down.
you could, I've said this before, either one of us, you could put us nude in the morning without anything. And by 2 in the afternoon, we will get a bathing suit, we'll have clothes, we'll have Starbucks in our
We'll have a
hand.
beer.
We'll have a roof over our head. We're forward moving, not staying in woe is me.
Yeah, right
for
on.
me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what brings a lot of people to us, is the positive that we put out. You can't help but want to not be with someone who's positive.
It helps.
And that's how I am. I try to think positive, even when I'm not feeling good. Like, you know, they say you focus on one thing, just one thing that's positive. You know, like if your daughter gave you a kiss that morning or something, you know.
It's really uplifting.
Just, yeah, but one little thing. You know, I mean, you could be in a funk for days, and then you find one little thing or like one little memory that said, you know what, on that day, I felt really good, you know, or something. And then you just try to live off of that until somebody comes around and gives you some positive energy.
Yep.
Till somebody boosts you up, you know what I mean? Because if you're throwing it out there, people are going to give it back. You know what I mean? People are totally going to give it back. You know, and I think that's what it is too. I think, you know, we're all here, not all of us, but, you know, like she said, people come in and out, and there's a reason. There's a reason why someone that you don't know comes by and gives you a little positive vibe. It's when you need it, you know what I mean? When you're asking for it. They don't know you, but they throw it out there, you know?
Or you throw it out.
Or you throw it, yeah, you throw it back, yeah.
My message would be, chill. Take a deep breath, and what's the really important thing in your life? So many people have such goodness coming in their way, they don't know it until they do get struck with cancer, or do have an accident, or do have a mate leave them, and they were totally unprepared for it because they were never really open to see the signs of things that are happening. So just like open your view a little wider, and don't be so selfish.
My message, what is my message, Mama?
You're still finding it.
I think I am finding my message.
You're going through a lot of transition right now.
Transition.
Yourself, so
Yeah. Just to stay strong, stay positive, you know. I think that a lot of times people say, oh, I can't do that. How do you do that? How do you work? How do you work and raise kids? How do you surf all the time? How are you doing? You know, and people put themselves down so much, you know, or they let people make them think that, you know. You know, if I could tell people something, it would be that, you know what I mean? Try to like find like an inner strength, and like don't let people put you down and tell you, you know what I mean? Because you can get put down so much, you know what I mean? So much that it's probably super easy to give up. I don't know, I don't give up, you know, very easily at all. And if I do, it's like for a day, you know, and then I try to bounce, you know.
It comes back to, it's Jason, I think, your friend Jason,
Jason
was saying, I know he wanted maybe 5 words of how life was or something, and mine's a little longer than that, but a lot of people, they can't do something, and I always want to say you can't because you don't know how or you don't want to. And when you challenge somebody with that, if you don't know how, I'm going to teach you, or you're going to learn, and if you don't want to do it, then you don't. End of subject. But can't is such a cop-out for so many people, in so many instances of everything you do in your life. And it's like, I can't, and that's supposed to be the end of it. What a shame that you don't miss out on experiences because you don't want to learn how you could.
Like scared to fail or something.
That leads us to the last question. In 5 words or less, sum up the purpose of life.
Live life to the fullest.
Oh, that was good.
Right?
Can you do that again, but look right at the camera?
Oh my God.
Live life to the fullest.
Nice. Thank you.
Right? What about you, Mama?
Smile, shine, surf, love your neighbor.